Hi everyone, Monica Jazik here from Real Property Investments. We're here with our Toronto specialist, Phil Gardner, and we are in front of one of his Toronto triplex properties. So here we are, we're actually going to go, we just viewed the main floor suite, we had a chat outside the house. Now we're actually going down to the basement suite to figure out what this is like. I haven't even seen this yet. So this is actually under renovation. We could smell the paint. So let's go down and have a look.
There we go.
I can already see you have a nice stairwell going down. It looks like it's slopage approved.
You'll see the same flooring throughout.
So this is fantastic down here. We have the nice high ceilings. Like this is pretty high for a basement.
Yeah.
I'm not that short.
Yeah, so this guy does have a couple different entrances. You'll notice right behind you there is the entrance to the front of the property. We just came in the side entrance there.
Okay. And here's the kitchen.
That's right.
I'm assuming this is, what stage is this kitchen at right now?
Yeah. Getting closer to completion.
It looks like we have the same subway tilers upstairs, the same
finish
white
package throughout the entire property. You'll see the same flooring as well. This one had a little bit more flooring worth replacing, so we just ran the same floor throughout.
I love that. It makes the smaller space look a lot larger. Phil, what's this room here?
One of the potential bedroom / den spaces. The previous owner had finished in the garage because they do have 3 parking already.
Yep.
And we just decided it was maybe not worth to unfinish because they had so much parking. So we left it as is. Like we're gonna call it a den.
It could be a nice den.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave it as a den,
This would be
knowing
the
in
perfect
Toronto
office.
that it's very likely that someone ends up using it as a bedroom.
I do like this layout. Phil, I have to admit, this galley kitchen would be perfect. What about this in here? What could this be?
That actually used to be the kitchen.
Okay.
So that is likely going to end up being the living room. It's left open for that reason, so that someone could use it as a living or a dining space. Again, given that we're in Toronto, I fully suspect one day to come back and potentially see somebody living in there as a bedroom.
You can't stop them from living in a bedroom, but
precisely.
we could figure this out. And what about this space here? Would this be more?
This would be the living room, if you will, a den type of space, combination between these two as a living space.
It's small, but the location that we're at is very, very central.
Yeah, lots of transit close by.
And it still does feel quite, airy and spacious, and obviously no one's living in there. You have your mechanical room?
Yes, no one living in the mechanical space.
At least not yet. Oh. And then we have the same renovations, stand in front of the toilet, Phil. We have the same renovations as we do in the upstairs unit.
That's right.
And once again, that's cost efficient, it's modern, and this will attract someone great. And lastly, I guess here's the real bedroom.
That's right, exactly.
Because
The one with the window.
Yeah, well, that's what we need. So, like, when you're marketing this to people and you're looking for tenants, you have so much property management experience, what would you really authentically market this as? A 1-bedroom, a 1+1, a 1+2?
This is one of those 1+2 odd scenarios. Knowing I would market it as probably like a 1-bedroom plus, and then this is one of those where I would maybe break it down in the description a little bit more. Let people know there is a potential to use as living space as vaguely as possible. Right. But knowing that even just putting that is going to allow me to kind of knock the number up a little bit in terms of the rent generated. Typically a basement like this with only 1 bedroom would look like the 1,400 range, like I mentioned in the other video. Something like this, given the amount of potential living space, could be closer to 18.
It does not feel like a basement apartment at all.
No, it's very high, right?
And so I'm picturing like this great location, young professional, maybe a nice married couple could, or a newly engaged couple can have their space here,
That's
and then really kind of use one room as a den,
office,
and then there's a guest
kids
room
room
even.
potentially.
Yeah.
Young couples are a pretty common demographic for us for the basements or even for the upstairs 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom type of units. Because they are cheap enough that you can still sock away a little bit for your own down payment in the future.
Exactly, because you kind of want them to leave. They want to have a clean place to stay. They stay for about 1.5 years. They have a chance to, do their own savings, and eventually they're productive people. They're good tenants. They're not going to be like those lifelong. Remember back in the day when we used to do our renters, and they were like the lifelong tenants and stuff. Now it's more higher end rentals, attract more tenants are really moving forward in life and kind of reaching those milestones.
I want to see that turn see them do well because that means, like you said, they're going to be moving out. And in Toronto, we have such a high rent growth rate that if they stick around forever, we're 2% a year kind of thing,
Exactly.
plus or minus. Versus if they end up leaving, we're looking at closer to 10-12% rent growth a year, right? So I want them to do well. I want them to hit a new life stage to move out so that we can re-rent to somebody again similar profile and just reap the rewards of that.
Absolutely, and if you give them a great positive place to live in, the family would thrive in this, you know? They'd be happy, they'd be productive, they could be focused, they're not living in slummy conditions, reach their goals, become homeowners themselves, move out, we get the next tenants in, because in Toronto, you're always going to have tenants. Monica Chasik, Real Property Investments, thanks for tuning in, everyone.